And today we are at Henrietta Mall Antiques. It is in Henrietta, New York. There's the pups, they are in tow. And we are gonna go check out this antique mall. I have been here before. I do thoroughly enjoy this antique mall, but just to let you know, it is mostly cases. So there's gonna be a little bit of trouble seeing everything up close, prices, and of course there might be a glare here or there, but so worth it. I love this place. Look at that fused glass vase. It was beautiful. McGrath was the artist, and this particular antique mall was having 20% off everything over $10, and then red line items were half off, and then some vendors even had signs up for even more than 20% off. So lots of bargains to be found here. Look at that beautiful splatter glass vase there. Unfortunately, the vendor didn't put a price on it, and they had already called for somebody else, and so they were waiting for a call back, and so I could not buy it. But look at all this jewelry. It's very well laid out, very, very fair prices. I just really got a lot of jewelry actually from this particular antique mall. I loved this display. Look how beautiful old bottles look when they're all clumped together like that. I love the blues, the cobalts, the greens together. It was really pretty. These little goober elves caught my eye. And then of course there was a paperweight. I do believe that's a Chinese import. I could be wrong on that one. It was nicely done. There are a couple of regular booths here. Really nicely set up. It looks like you're walking into somebody's living room. I do like the furniture that was in there. I like that box that was right there too. It was $68. And then over here there was some Viking. In this case, me checking the sign to see if it's on sale. And then they had some dinnerware as well. I really liked that Pottery mini picture there. And then here there was more jewelry. This is going to be a very heavy jewelry focus video, and some great glass actually. My best piece I got from here was a Lundberg. Look at that cat. That cat like startled me. I didn't even see it until I was filming. And there's some more paperweights. And there's an orb right there, splatter glass orb. I believe it was only $10 and it was on sale, so I got it for $8. And then over here there was some giraffes. There was a glass one and a ceramic one. And of course we're on the hunt for paperweights because we have the paperweight train coming up. Some Jefferson glass back there. Ashtrays. That was marked as a Murano basket. It looked like stained glass. It was real pretty. We have Natrashka dolls, horses, owls. Oh, there was a couple paperweights. I think I missed those in real life. Huh. Oh well. There's a beautiful enamel, probably Murano ashtray there. Some Fenton down in the bottom with that iridescent gold color and a chalet. Lots of Yadro, and Jocelyn's got me on this kick. Now I'm like, I want to find the mermaid Yadros because they were beautiful when we saw them up in Ontario Antique Mall. There was this beautiful crystalline vase there, and I believe it was $48 plus 20% off, but I did leave it. More glass down here, and I didn't even realize this, but Salamanca Antique Mall, which we were at just last week, I believe, the same owners. I just learned that, even though I've been here quite a few times. This case had some beautiful pottery in it. Look at the drip glaze going down and that texture on top. It was stunning. Smallmouth pottery. We had a bird bowl. I'm not sure what that was to the left. Now, these were jade glass bracelets, and they were beautiful. I thought at first they might have been Bakelite, but they weren't, so they fooled me. She also had some other jewelry like necklaces and bracelets that was very well displayed and laid out, and I love that I can see the prices. There's another glass orb up here, and there was an orb inside the orb, and it was 20% off, and no, it was half off because it had a red line, so I got it for $9. There's Tiffany candle votive there. So I was looking to see if there was anything else in this case that I needed, since I was definitely going to grab that orb. Over here, there's some dinnerware, little chocolate pot over there, head vases, look like a whole pottery pitcher back there. And I believe that's a neodymium fish back there. And a lady head vase next to the clown. I liked the toucan and Tigger on those mugs back there. There was some geisha girl. I don't know what those were. Back here, there were some little shoes. This one had a bunch of little shoes in it. And here we found a paperweight, another paperweight. But again, nothing that really excited me, so I did leave them behind. Though is that a perfume bottle? I hope that wasn't a paperweight I left behind. Over here, there was some more jewelry, Christmas ornaments. Yeah, there was a lot of vintage Christmas in this particular antique mall as well. Look at those bimini glass little mini pitchers, and they were delicate. They had pedestals, they had handles. They were only $8 each, so they weren't on sale, but $8 is a great price for bimini glass. But it had a handle, and if there was any time that handle rule applies, now is the time, because those were super thin. And then there was a cat. This amazing New Orleans cat. Loved him, right next to the ceramic Christmas tree. And someone was brave enough to put Elf right next to him. We all know Elf, what he eats for dinner. So very brave of that vendor. More jewelry. More Christmas. This booth was half off everything, so I wanted to take a really close look at this booth to see if there's anything I needed, because that's a great deal. Half off everything. Didn't matter if it had a red line or not. But the more I looked, it was more like 80s Christmas, maybe 90s, and I like the Annalise, but I want the older. Look at all the pottery in here. They're beautiful. I was looking at that particular one. It looked like faces on it with the double handles. We just talked about handles. Swizzle sticks back there. And more pottery down here. Then I found a Lotus and Dragon Fenton bowl. And it was so beautiful, heavily iridized. Checking to see if there's a sale. It's 20% off. That would have made it $80, which it didn't give me enough wiggle room, even though I love finding that pattern. Lots of Wedgwood Jasperware. I really look for the unusual colors, like the pink, sometimes the sage. I really like the gray and the pink ones together. They look pretty. I thought that bowl might be a Glass Eye Studio, but it wasn't marked, and it was $45 and 20% off, so I didn't bother to get a key to see if it was marked or not. There was some jewelry that was real pretty. There's an old paperweight there. And there was some jewelry caskets in this particular booth as well. This pulled feather bowl was stunning. I don't think the camera's doing it justice. In real life, it was beautiful. And of course, they had some paperweights in crystal. And then up here, there was some more vases, bells, clocks, just about a little bit of everything. That's the thing with these particular vendors. They tend to not stick with one particular thing. Look at that Murano ashtray back there. They tend to pack their cases with a little mix of everything, which is nice. And then up here, there was some china, another chocolate pot back there. Really well displayed here. And some Hummels. And I think that was probably a Costa Boda snowball candle votive there. And this had some fantastic brooches in this booth. There was a dichroic glass brooch in there. And I believe that was Sour Coventry, some pearls, necklaces. I was taking my time because it was on sale. Oh, and then that Tutti Frutti caught my attention away. Down here, there was a beautiful, like, cranberry crest pitcher. But what really caught my eye was this imperial paperweight. And then in here, look at this stunner. That is a Lundberg perfume bottle, and it was half off, and I could not believe my eyes. They wanted $125 and half off, which brought it down to about $62. It has a beautiful pulled feather effect on it. So I'm looking in the case. There's a Holt Howard over there. There's a Herb Thomas. Now, I can't find anything else that I need for 50% off, but still, if it's over $10, it's 20% off. But the Herb Thomas was $99, so it would have been down to $80. There's some Silk Glaze Pottery Santas. And yes, I did get that Lundberg perfume bottle. This particular case had a bunch of little Salt Glaze pieces. And over here, there were some Rooster ones as well. There they are. So I had to check those out. They're probably Beaumont Brothers, I believe. Some watches. And all the green Westmoreland glass you can imagine. In here, I found that vase back there that caught my attention with an applied rigory down the side. Not sure who made that. And then there was a couple of paperweights in here, but nothing that I had to take home with me. I do have quite a bit of paperweights right now for the paperweight sale coming up on Knickknacks, so it's got to be something that really stands out for me to pick it up. I think I only got one at this antique mall on this particular trip. And then this pottery here was stunning. Look at the birds on that. And it was, you can like poke your finger through it. It was a really cool design. It was $75, so it would have been 20% off. And these vases here had spider webs on it. So of course they're gonna get my attention. Probably Victorian if I had to guess. They're beautiful. Not much info on the tags. It just says American, American. So I'm not sure who made those. And then over here, there was a bunch of fun items. There was that lion bank, a giraffe, a little elephant. And then down here, there was a little bit more kitsch, that cute little bank there. And there was an owl. And then these baggies caught my attention because they are also on sale. And so I'm looking through them to see if there's any jewelry that catches my eye, but I didn't see any that I had to have. And then there was a little goober zebra down in the bottom next to the Ninja Turtle. Why not? And Hello Kitty. Up here, this vendor had a Viking cat in the cobalt blue. It was $100 and then 20% off, so it would have been down to $80, but I still think there wasn't enough wiggle room. And then there was these fantastic mushrooms in the Viking mold, which I do have. I own a own set on the font, which is super hard to find. And they're in my own, I don't want to say collection, but they're in my own personal decor. Look at that fern and scroll. That was stunning. It was $250 plus 20% off. I hemmed and hawed about it, but I'm like, no, not enough wiggle room, but I did love it. Don't find the fern and scroll very often. More beautiful pottery here. That one caught my attention. Of course, the coloration and the glaze on there is just so pretty. And then this one also caught my attention, but it was twisted, so I couldn't see the design on it. There was some crocks in here. Bean pots. I believe that's a bean pot in the back. More pitchers. Little honey jars. I love seeing pottery all clumped together like that, and that would make a beautiful display in your home on a hutch or a pie rack. And this vendor had a fantastic selection of vintage kitchen. Look at that pie. Nope, that's a cake holder. Cake. All the pie racks that you can imagine. And then some Blendo that we missed up there. And Fire King. Look at the sets. The way that they displayed this stacked nicely and complete sets was really nicely done. Very eye appealing. And there's a gooseberry pattern next to the dots. And then more vintage Christmas. Of course, I got to stop and check it out. There was some mercury glass bulbs back there. I love them on the candle holder like that. Very unique. I've never seen someone display them like that before. And there was some kitties back there, salt and pepper shakers, more kitties. And this booth, I think, was also half off and really reasonably priced. Owls. More Christmas. And there was a little reindeer back there. And then, of course, more jewelry, because you can never have enough jewelry, in my opinion. Over here, there was some cufflinks, earrings, all kinds of different jewelry. And she had some jewelry bags up there as well. But real pretty. Look at the necklaces. Looking it over, see if there's anything I needed. I don't think I got anything in this booth, but hold on, because there was one booth that I did get quite a bit from. Just checking it over nice and slow. Ooh, that brooch is real pretty. Okay, here's more jewelry, and they had some Bakelite, and there was that green thick round one was $64. It would have been 20% off, but I know I can get them for less back home in Maine, so I decided to leave it there. And then up here, there was just very well displayed. There wasn't a whole lot of Bakelite at this particular antique mall, which I was a little surprised by, given how much jewelry there is here. And then I wanted to check out the price of the set of 3, and that also was right around $60. And this vendor had a bunch of swung glass vases up there. Look at the ice blue. It was the Viking cabbage. They had a long-tail bird, some Fenton, little mini head vases, and some Halloween, because they're going to mix it up. Why not? Murano bowl down there, real pretty. And that was half off, but I still think it was like 60 and then half off, around there. Don't quote me on that, I can't see it. But either way, it was just a little too much for me for resale. And another long-tail bird. There he is. Oh, that was the candy dish long-tail bird, yes. Over here, there was a ton of Costa Boda in this particular booth. There's a little panda there. And then they had the animals, the rhinoceros and the elephant back there. And that splatter vase kind of caught my attention at the same time. So here I am just checking them all over. There's this really cool cookie jar with trees on it. I thought those might be Swarovski little porcupines and other owls. And then there was a beautiful carnival glass punch set. I believe that's peacock at the fountain patterned on there. And down here, there was just some heavy gold gilded vases, another owl. And then this case had a whole bunch of little trinkets, and they were fun to look at all together. I think they're more modern. They didn't have any signs of age or wear or anything, but still fun. Lots of earrings, which I kind of avoid because it's just not really exciting to me, and rings. So I went through that quickly. I was looking for brooches. They had a couple brooches up on the wall there, but they looked more modern, so I did leave them behind, even though they were pretty with all the rhinestones there. I like that turtle one and the dragonfly. All right, let's keep going. See if there's anything else I need to have. On the bottom, there was knobs, lots of knobs, and hangers. So this booth was also on sale, and there was some fantastic Fenton in there, some Toby mugs. Look at that beautiful trumpet vase back there. I was wondering if the rigery on there glowed, and I meant to go back to it and I forgot. And it was priced well. I think it was only like $54 plus 20% off. So if that glowed, that would have been a great price, I think, for resale. Little clip-on tree, Christmas tree ornaments there, and the birds. I love finding those. There's Snow White. And then over here, there was a really cute Bambi planter and a Dumbo. Some Fenton hobnail there. Roseville in the back. And down here, there was another Roseville ashtray. It was only $25 and 20% off, so I thought that was a really good deal for a piece of Roseville. But ashtrays, I don't know how they sell. I'd have to look into that. There's another paperweight collection in this case. It was a pulled feather iridescent. There was 2 of them in this case, and I liked them, but they weren't marked. So I did leave them because I am being super picky right now because I have plenty. I did like the whale, though. That blue and white vase was also very nice. And just giving you a little perspective of what this place looks like. Look at that. It's just rows and rows of cases. Just so much to look at. Ooh, some more jewelry, of course. And these were really high-end designer names on them, and so they were priced accordingly. That brooch right there, I forget who the maker was, but it was like $45 even on sale. And then over here there was that fantastic little weed pot there that I had to check out. I believe it was $15, so I did leave it behind. But you know, with a sale there probably was wiggle room, so I probably should have got it. And then look at that flower frog. It has this iridescent splatter glass effect to it. Oh, and that atomic clock. I'm just now seeing that atomic clock. How did I miss that? I was too busy checking out that owl with glasses on. Little Cupid, some swanky swigs back there, genie bottles, swan glass vases, stretch glass vases, some Viking compotes in there, little Epern, some Laurel Birch cat plate, Mary mushrooms, Ellie Smith Moon and Star. Lots of funness in that particular booth. And here is another pulled feather paperweight. Again, not signed, so I did leave it. And then over here we had to go and check out a moose. And I've said it before, but my mom collects moose, so I tend to gravitate to her to see if there's anything cute she might want. A tea set down here, Westmoreland wedding box back there, and then some brass in this particular booth that was really nice to look at. Look at the ducks. But seeing a clumping of brass all together like that in different stages of patina, that's really fun and pretty. And there was an old vintage tin, but you know, I'm looking at the jewelry, of course. Look at that enamel on metal brooches. I believe this particular vendor had a couple of celluloid and also some micro mosaics. So I did buy quite a few things from this booth, and I had to check it out and go nice and slow because it's on sale. I was trying to look in that baggie, see if there was anything I needed there. Those little lemon earrings really caught me off. I think they're more modern, but I did like them. That butterfly there, I did buy him. And there was an Artisania Rinconetta zebra, which I thought was super cute. I think I have a zebra right now. I gotta check my Artisania Rinconetta supply. Real kitty cute pink poodle set there, some ashtrays. Vintage Christmas catches my eye every time. Look at the little troll. And then of course we have the swan glass vase in the back, that sleepy owl, and look at the elf just hanging there. Over here there was a coin dot carnival glass. I believe that's Westmoreland. And then there was a flower frog there, some owl wall plaques. Lots of goodness to look in here. There was an owl paperclip, a Fenton butterfly, and there was a really cute fox brooch, which I found hanging out in one of the bowls. So you can kind of see it in that pink bowl there. I did end up buying that one brooch as well. Some vintage Halloween in here. More trolls. And then in here there was a lot of Fenton figurines, just really well done. I wonder if this is the same vendor as the Ontario antique malls that we went to, because they had the same setup, same quality, same aesthetic, same risers. So I was just, in my head I was wondering. Look at this blue Burmese vase. It was stunning. But even at 20% off, the prices were kind of right at full retail. Lots of glass eye studio paperweights, which again I love, but they were right at retail even with 20% off, so I did leave them. I did get that Murano one in the back there, the third one over. That was $29 and 20% off, so I did snag that one. And look at the owl salt and pepper shakers. Those were really cool, but more modern. I still love them. That's okay. Bells, lots of Fenton bells. There was the Mackenzie Childs in the back there, Fitz and Floyd, and of course more Fenton. Can never have enough Fenton. Look at all the shoes. And there was a mulberry And the mulberry was really good price. It was $49 plus 20% off. I hemmed and hawed over it, and I don't know, I should have got it, but I didn't. Okay, so here's the jewelry that I rated. I did get that butterfly. I got that flower. They ran right about $5 to $8. So I'm like, that's really cool. I'll get that one. And of course, I was looking for more critters because we all love critters. And the enamel brooch caught my attention. I think that was $6. So I did get that one as well. Not one I've seen before. It's almost like a green magnolia. And strawberries, rhinestone strawberries. They were cute, but I did not get those ones. Up here, I was looking through the bracelets to see if there's anything I needed. And I was looking for the micro mosaics because I knew they were in here. I'm like, I saw them earlier. I know there's 2 in here somewhere. I just got to find them. I did find them, but that caught my attention. It was very large and very heavy enamel flower, not like the typical ones, so I did leave it. I saw this beautiful Christmas tree. I did buy that one. I like the rhinestones on it. There was another Christmas tree, but I left the second one behind. I didn't think it was as aesthetically pleasing. And it was more expensive. I don't think it was signed. There was a red, white, and blue enamel flower brooch. Now, I've never seen this one before with the 3 flowers together like that. Usually it's the petals that are red, white, and blue. So I did buy that one. And then over here, we're looking at some Icole. These paperweights like stop me in my track. There was a beautiful swirl bowl there. And there was some Murano back there, some perfume bottles. Just really made me question if I needed them. Look at that cat smirking at me. He's laughing at me. He's like, get the paperweights. There was a Viking frog there. Look at him smirking. And then down here, there was some art glass bowls, which were stunning. And there was a Roger Vines duck down there, iridescent. And of course, these were all 20% off. Did I miss those Bakelite beads just hanging there? How did I miss those? I don't know. Perfume bottles. I was too entranced with all the glass that I missed something. And there was a pear. I believe that's an Orient Flume pear. And of course, this is all 20% off. There was that, I believe that's an Icole round disc paperweight there. So I was like saying, do I need this? Is there anything I need? And there was an owl sulfur paperweight back there, sulfur. Probably Gibson if I had to guess. There was a Futura vase, which I love the Roseville Futura. We were just talking about that when we were at the extravaganza. There's a Dale Tiffany back there. Just really fun stuff in this booth. But in the end, I did not get anything because this was the last booth I was hemming and hawing over, and I was happy with the selection that I had already made. And I'm like, I just don't need everything. I have to find that balance. I don't need everything. I live in a van, but really fun stuff in this booth. Here I am just going through. This was an open case. Some of the cases are open. You don't need a key. And this one had jewelry, and they were very reasonably priced. $2, $3. So I wanted to dig through it, see if there's anything I needed. There's a little rhinestone flower in purple. So I think it was only $2. So I did buy that one. So I was digging, seeing what else I needed. And I think I got, that one was real pretty. I think, not sure, it wasn't marked, but it was like a floral wreath design. I didn't get it, but it did catch my attention. And there was an elephant. I'm like, ooh, I like elephants. And that one was only $3. So I did buy him. And I dug a little more, but I don't think there was anything else in that box that I particularly needed. But over to the left, I did find a couple more things, including a little raccoon brooch. Ooh, there's a floral one with some rhinestones, $2. So I did end up getting that one. Now I gotta check the whole box because they're so affordable. that I'm like, I need to check this entire box. I can't miss any. And I've read the comments. Some of you guys actually like me digging through jewelry and like looking. So I left it up so you could see everything. Oh, there he is. There's a little raccoon. I'm like, yep, you're adorable. You're going on knickknacks. Come on. Come on, buddy. Let's go home. All right, I think that's everything I got out of this particular box of jewelry. But, you know, I got to keep digging. Oh, oh, nope. Alrighty, guys. Thanks for watching. As always, I tuckered out the pups. Here's a little bonus picture of them cuddling. And as always, please like, share, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification button. I'll see you next time.